Welcome back to Building Character, where we figure out how to play as your favorite fictional characters in Dungeons & Dragons. Remember to like and subscribe for healthier romantic relationships. Maybe. With Once Upon a Time in Hollywood hitting theaters this week, I thought it would be about time that we did a Tarantino build. When determining which Tarantino character to build, I was thinking... Actually, there was no thought necessary. It was always the bride. Let's start off with our goals for this build. Number 1, I want to make someone's heart explode. Everything else is secondary, but will be met on the way to exploding someone's heart. Next, we'll get some skills with a sword, being able to attack and defend at the same time. Finally, we'll make sure that we're always ready to fight, even if we don't have a weapon. For stats, we're using the standard point array from the player's handbook. Roll for stats if you want, just make sure you're not skimping on your dexterity and wisdom. Dexterity is going to be number 1, you're mostly going to be using a short sword, and you don't wear heavy armor. Constitution after that, revenge can be a very endurance-heavy endeavor. Wisdom will follow. This relates to your passive perception, and you're pretty good at detecting danger. Intelligence next, hunting down the deadly Viper squad would be difficult if you weren't smart. Strength is on the lower end. We'll mostly be using dex, but you're not exactly a pushover. And we'll dump charisma. You're not the best at resolving conflicts without violence. Beatrix is a human, and Revenant would be fun, but technically she achieves her goal at the end and doesn't fade away into nothingness, so we'll just make it a tough variant. The tough feat gives you plus 2 HP for every level you get, making you hard to kill. Round up dexterity and wisdom with your 2 free points, take intimidation for your skill of choice, and build your own background for medicine and survival proficiency. We'll kick things off as a monk. First level monks can grab 2 skills from the monk list, go for acrobatics and athletics. You have proficiency with short swords, which is what I would say your gift from Hattori Hanzo would be. Definitely a finesse weapon dealing 1d6 slashing damage. You also get martial arts, which makes your unarmed attacks deal 1d4 damage with your dex modifier, and you can make an unarmed attack as a bonus action after making the attack action on your turn. You also get unarmored defense, which means that when you're not wearing armor, your AC is still 10 plus your dexterity and wisdom modifiers. I think that would cover a yellow jumpsuit. Second level monks get unarmored movement, making you a little bit faster when you're not wearing armor. This scales up as you level up in monk. When the whole room is chasing you, it helps to be faster than everyone else. You also get key points you can spend to do some fancy things with your bonus action. Step the Wind lets you dash or disengage as a bonus action while doubling your jump distance. Flurry of Blows lets you make 2 unarmed attacks instead of 1 as a bonus action, but the one you'll probably be using the most if you're playing the character is Patient Defense, letting you dodge as a bonus action, which gives enemies disadvantage to hit you. Third level monks get to deflect missiles, letting you reduce damage from ranged attacks by 1d10 plus your monk level and your dexterity modifier as a reaction. You can spend a key point to catch the ammo and throw it back as a monk weapon if you reduce the damage to 0. For your monastic tradition, Way of the Open Hand is for monks who are always ready to fight. You get the Open Hand technique, giving you some options to pump up your Flurry of Blows. After landing a flurry, you can force a dexterity save of 8 plus your proficiency bonus and wisdom modifier to trip the target, a strength save to push them 15 feet, or just prevent them from taking reactions. It's not quite heart exploding, but we'll get there. It's just a high level technique. Bouncing over to fighter really quick, first level fighters get a fighting style. Duelist will give you plus 2 damage to your short sword attacks when you're not holding a weapon in your other hand. Your fist is a weapon, so no issue. We'll also get second wind, letting you heal 1d10 plus your fighter level as a bonus action. The bride is relentless, you should be too. Second level fighters get action surge, letting you make an extra action once per long rest. So if there's 1,000 guys all attacking you at once, use this to double your efficiency. Third level fighters can choose a martial archetype. The samurai from Xanathar's Guide to Everything gives you either performance or persuasion proficiency. I'd go for persuasion. The bride isn't going to be dancing anytime soon. More importantly though, you get fighting spirit, letting you give yourself 5 temporary hit points and advantage on all attack rolls until the end of your next turn. Unfortunately, this uses your bonus action, so it's only your action attacks, but we'll get an extra one soon. Fourth level monks can grab another feat. Defensive Duelist lets you add your proficiency bonus to your AC as a reaction while you're holding a one-handed weapon and nothing in your other hand. Considering the bride doesn't use a shield, this can pair with Patient Defense to keep you alive, so you can make Bill not that. Fifth level monks get an extra attack, letting you attack twice on your action. You can also use Stunning Strike, forcing a Constitution save on a creature you hit with a weapon attack. If they fail, they're stunned until the end of your next turn, giving you and your allies advantage to hit them. If you don't have allies, that's sad, but you still have advantage. Your martial arts die also increases to a d6. Sixth level monks get Key Empowered Strikes, making your unarmed attacks magical in terms of overcoming resistances. Vengeance is magic, everybody knows that. Oh, that's friendship. Vengeance too. You also get Wholeness of Body, letting you heal 3 times your monk level as an action. I was tempted to make this girl a revenant due to her relentless nature, so this and Second Wind kind of cover that. Seventh level monks get Evasion, letting you take half damage on failed dex saves and no damage on successful ones, so no worries about any explosions. You also get Stillness of Mind, letting you remove an effect of Charm or Frightening on yourself as an action. There's a lot of great resolve abilities from Monk, and the Bride's got that in spades. 8th level monks get an ability score improvement, bump up the dexterity for better swordplay and AC. 9th level monks get unarmored movement improvement, letting you run up walls and across water while unarmored, as long as you end your turn on solid ground. This might be a little bit excessive, but it's still useful, so I'm not complaining. 10th level monks get Purity of Body, making you immune to poison and disease. Again, not technically accurate, but still useful. 11th level open hand monks get Tranquility, letting you meditate in a special way to get the effects of Sanctuary until your next long rest. This means that a creature trying to attack you has to make a wisdom save against your monk DC, or attack another target, or erase the attack. Sadly, this ends when you make an attack, which probably will happen pretty quickly if you're playing the character. But hey, at least your martial arts die also increases to a D8. 12th level monks get an ability score improvement, cap your dexterity here for maximum damage. 13th level monks get Tongue of the Sun and Moon, which lets you understand all languages, and all creatures that can speak understand you. Another ability that's not super accurate, but we need to explode hearts, and this is a fun perk on the way to that. 14th level monks get Diamond Soul, giving you proficiency with all saving throws and letting you reroll failed saving throws with a key point. This is crazy good and will keep you safe no matter where the deadly vipers are attacking you from. 15th level monks get Timeless Body, meaning you stop aging. Tarantino ever does Kill Bill Part 3? Uma Thurman will still look great. She's with Keanu Reeves in that whole not aging thing. 16th level monks get another ability score improvement, and I need our monk DC higher for something we get at our capstone that may or may not explode hearts. So invest in wisdom here, and also enjoy the bump in your AC. 17th level open hand monks get the 5-point palm exploding heart technique, which was misprinted in the player's handbook and called a quivering palm. When you hit a target with an unarmed strike, you can spend 3 key points to set up vibrations that will eventually make their heart explode. You can then use an action sometime in the next 17 days to force them to make a constitution save. Failing it, they're dropped to 0 HP automatically. Even if they pass it, they take 10d10 heart exploding damage. Again, there's a misprint that says that the damage type is necrotic. You can only have this on one target at a time, but with 17 key points, you can technically explode 5 hearts per day. Your martial arts die also increases to a d10, but don't even think about that. Just think about the heart explosions. Now that we've hit level 20, let's figure out how good of a build this is. Obviously, number 1 is heart explosions. This is like power word kill with no limit to HP, with the caveat of a constitution save. Hey, even if they make it, they're still taking massive damage. You're also incredibly tanky, with self-restoration over 150 HP, and patient defense and defensive dueling for 23 AC, you'll be in the fight for a very long time. Finally, you've got some great mobility options to move where you need to and get to your target. For weaknesses, your wisdom modifier isn't capped, meaning that your monk save is probably around 17, which is still good, but probably not going to work against higher level enemies. You're also lacking in charisma and intelligence, which can be issues with spells like Plane Shift and Feeble Mind hanging out on the spell list of those high level enemies. Finally, with your capstone ability being your only non-physical damage option, a lot of enemies will resist your damage, even if your punches are full of vengeful magic. Thankfully, you're not out to kill a Tarrasque. You're after one guy, and he's just a relatively normal guy. Hunt him down, kill everyone in your way, and literally break his heart. Just keep in mind, you've only been trained to kill humans. Weirder stuff might give you a little bit of trouble. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe for more. We make 2 builds every week. This is also the first video I've recorded since hitting 1,000 subscribers, so thank you all so much. I love every single one of you. I'll be at Gen Con next week in Indianapolis, so come say hi. And don't worry, we'll still have videos up with special guest Matthew Mercer. Wait, no, it's just characters voiced by Matthew Mercer. Still fun.